My name is Sarah Evans, and I'm 31. For as long as I can remember, I've been the quiet scaffolding holding my family together, the one everyone calls when the Wi-Fi dies, the bills pile up, or someone forgets a passport. My hands are always busy, my voice always soft. That's been my role, the dependable one, the invisible one, the extra pair of hands that lifts the heavy things without complaint. My younger sister, Tessa, walks into a room and heads turn. I step in and I'm already chopping limes or fixing the broken Wi-Fi router. I work in operations for a logistics company, a life that isn't glamorous but gives me control. At home, my personality became an extension of that. I organize, I anticipate, I fix things before they break. Our parents own a small landscaping business. Summers were spent hauling mulch while Tessa curated her social media, snapping perfect pictures. I got paid in experience, a lifetime of lessons disguised as invisible labor. I used to think it was normal. Every family has a favorite. Maybe I was fine being background if the movie kept rolling. But over the years, I started noticing the pattern. My phone lights up constantly with requests. Sarah, can you cover my rent? I'll pay Friday. Sarah, brunch place only takes one card. Can you handle it? Small debts at first. $40 here, $120 there. Temporary shared cards became permanent tools for emergencies. Tessa left her debit card in a taxi once. I didn't mind. Boundaries could wait. Family first. I told myself I was being a good sister. Then 2 Fridays ago, I was in my apartment, stirring a pot of pasta, when a Google Doc pinged in my inbox. I laughed at first. The title read, "Birthday Budget for Me." Funny, right? Like a joke. But it wasn't. Pink font, emoji headings, bullet points, every detail accounted for. Venue $3,400 max. DJ non-negotiable $1,200. Catering $2,800. Outfits $900. Decor, photo booth, VIP bottle service. My name listed next to nearly every item. There was even a note. Don't be weird about receipts. I'll send them later. I stood there staring at the steam rising off my pasta like it could tell me what to do next. My phone rang. Tessa's face filled the screen, filtered and glowing. "Hey, just sent you the doc," she said like she was asking me to grab groceries. "You're the sponsor, like you always say. You want me to feel special this year." I did say that once, long ago, on New Year's. She chewed gum, unconcerned. "Lock the loft by noon tomorrow. I told them you'd wire the deposit tonight. Also, VIP only. Don't invite your work friends. My crowd." My chest sank. I wasn't invited. I was funding a party I couldn't attend. A second beep. Dad. I let it go to voicemail. The pasta overcooked. Mom called too. "It's just money, Sarah. You're good at money." She said it with that shrug I'd memorized over the years, like budgeting was a party trick I could perform between desserts. I breathed. I told myself to pick battles. I picked napkins. Tessa came by later to borrow a steamer. She left with my extension cords, my measuring tape. "Don't be weird about this. It's just my 30th. She hugged me lightly and left. I turned 31 in March. Oh, right. The next morning, a new tab in the doc appeared. Run of show. Timestamps, photos at golden hour, entrance with sparkler wall, VIP toast, angel numbers shot. At the bottom, bold. Payment balances, due Friday, 3 p.m. Sarah, with a smiley face. I couldn't believe I was standing here, tracking every dollar, every minute of a party I wasn't invited to. Dad asked me to pick up dry ice. Mom needed table numbers printed. Tessa added vendors. Confetti cannon guy, champagne tower rental. Budget getting tight. "Don't be scarcity-minded," Tessa texted. "Bad energy." Then the line that hit bone. "By the way, I told the venue you're not staying for the party. You'll make sure everyone gets inside and then leave. Love you." I stared at the screen, hands cold, face blank, frozen like a home page stuck on repeat. I drove to my parents again. House smelled like bleach and lemon. Tessa was at the table, swatches everywhere. Mom arranged faux peonies. "Sarah, pick a blush," Mom chirped. Tessa didn't look up. "Did you send the DJ his retainer?" "I sent $500 to $800 yesterday. I'd like to talk about the invite." "Don't be literal," Tessa said finally, glancing up. "It's my birthday. Needs to be curated." Dad walked in with a bag of ice. "Help me with the cooler," he said. That old tug returned. Be helpful or open my mouth. I grabbed the bag. Tessa smiled like she had already won. And for the first time in a long time, the sentence didn't slide past me. He knows his role. I realized it wasn't fireworks that broke me before. It was a Tuesday at 6:12 p.m. Alone in my apartment, radiator hissing, neon flashing outside. The role I'd been trapped in my entire life, the helper, the invisible sister, was being weaponized against me. That night, I made a decision. I didn't yet know how, but I knew. I couldn't keep paying to be invisible. The next morning, I woke to a new comment at the top of the dock. FYI, Sarah, dress code is strict. You can help at the pre-party, but the actual party is VIP only. Pre-party. Help set up. Not invited. I waited for the follow-up that would say, just kidding. It didn't come. Instead, Mom called about linens. Thinking rose gold, but not too gold. Tasteful. I asked the only question that mattered. Am I actually not invited? She hesitated. Oh, honey. Tessa's friends can be particular. You get how she is with noise and crowds. It's better this way. I'm paying for it, I said. Stupid to voice it. Stupid that it mattered out loud. Don't be transactional, she said. It ruins the vibe. I breathed. Pick battles. I picked napkins again. In the group chat, Tessa sent mood boards. Super helpful, she captioned. Every practical question I asked was met with the same hollow compliment, as if I were an assistant hitting KPIs. That night, she borrowed my steamer, my spare extension cords, my measuring tape, hugged me lightly. Don't be weird about this. It's just my 30th. You can do something for your birthday next year. The next morning, a new tab appeared. Run of show, complete with timestamps. 6 on PM load-in, 7:30 golden hour photos, 800 Tessa entrance with sparkler wall, 1000 VIP toast, 1111 angel numbers shot, bold letters at the bottom. Payment balance is due Friday. Sarah, smiley face. I tracked every line, every vendor, every expense. $500 already wired. $4,450 due by Friday. Another $600 for surprise candles. I refused to click on some items. Mom glanced at the total, winced. Dad folded his arms. Tessa didn't look up. I'm closing the shared card, I said, calm. Mom's head snapped up. Don't be dramatic. It's math, I said, not drama. Tessa laughed, sharp. Sarah, you promised. I didn't, and even if I had. Promises under pressure aren't consent, I said. Dad frowned. Pressure from who? From all of you, I said simply. Silence followed. Not shock, just irritation. Tessa flipped her hair. Okay, but you already sent money. You can't back out now. That would literally ruin everything. I'm not backing out. I'm stopping, I said. She gasped. You're sabotaging. I'm calling boundaries, I said. Dad pointed at the laptop. Just finish this week and we'll settle up after. Like we settled the boutique, nail emergencies, rent floats. Mom looked offended. Are you keeping a ledger? Yes, I said. Because no one else is keeping track of my life but me. Tessa rolled her eyes. God, you're so clinical. This is a memory, Sarah. You want me to look back at my 30th and think my sister made me pay to stand outside? Her face twitched. VIP only. I was even. My voice steady. So here's what's going to happen. I'm closing the authorized user card tonight, canceling the venue. My name is on the contract. I'll eat the deposit. I'm informing the DJ we're not moving forward with my card. I'll send you a new doc. Find a new sponsor. Mom's mouth fell open. You wouldn't dare. Already scheduled, I said, coffee in hand. Steady. Emails went out 2 minutes later. Tessa laughed too loud. You're bluffing. 3 dings. The emails had sent. I let the sound hang in the air. Dad stepped forward. Sarah, this is family business? Exactly, I said. Which is why I'm saying this to your faces, not in a text. I love you, but I'm done paying to be in a room I'm not allowed to enter. Done being useful in exchange for being invisible. Tessa's eyes shone. Not with tears, with anger. You're punishing me. No, I'm being clear. Mom grabbed my arm, nails sharp. You are ruining your sister's birthday, I exhaled. Tessa, if you want a $9,000 party, use your own money. Ask friends. But don't ask me, then tell me I'm not invited. That's not a party. That's a purchase, and I'm not buying it. Her eyes widened. You're being cruel. I'm being clear. Clarity feels cruel when you're used to chaos. Dad's voice went low. If you press send on those emails, don't come to my house this week. Then I won't, I said, steady. But I hope you'll come to mine when you want to see me, not my wallet. Tessa grabbed her garment bag. I knew you'd make this about you. I almost laughed. It already was. She stormed out. Mom muttered, unbelievable. Dad lingered a second longer, then closed the door. I listened to the radiator hiss and let the quiet settle. I opened my banking app, removed Tessa as an authorized user. One final email to vendors. Please direct future communication to the client. Tessa last name, phone, email, Instagram attached. I sent her a new doc. Find a new sponsor, 3 bullet points. Scale down, pay yourself, invite who you can afford. At the bottom, super helpful. 12 minutes later, my phone buzzed. Private number, Mom, Dad, unknown caller, Tessa, Tessa's friend Allie. By the half-hour mark, 27 missed calls. I didn't answer. I washed dishes, folded towels, made tea. At 7:41 p.m., Dad texted, "Call me now." At 7:42, Mom, "You have no idea what you've done." At 7:45, Tessa, "Sarah, what is wrong with you?" I stared at the screen, numb. I had drawn a line. For the first time, I wasn't the invisible sister. Saturday arrived with the quiet that was almost alien. The backup party unfolded at Allie's boyfriend's cousin's backyard. Folding tables, store-bought cupcakes, and a Bluetooth speaker with a scratchy hum. Nothing glamorous, nothing curated, nothing VIP. I stayed home. I wandered through my apartment in the soft sunlight, picking up things that had been neglected. My favorite cookbook, a stack of magazines, a mug I loved but never used. I made pancakes, poured coffee into a chipped mug, and for the first time in years, didn't feel the invisible tug to cover someone else's chaos. Around noon, my phone buzzed. Photos. Tessa, in sparkler light, posing like a queen for the camera. Cupcakes lined up, glitter on every surface, her captions, VIP only, tight frames, no crowd shots. I didn't scroll. I placed the phone face down and went back to chopping basil. There was a rhythm to it, a small meditation in the knife's scrape against the cutting board. The next morning, I received a text from Mom. "We should talk. Family meeting at 5. I typed, "I won't be there." She replied almost immediately, "Sarah, don't make me choose." I wrote back simple, "I'm choosing me." And I meant it. By Tuesday, a polite email arrived from the venue manager. "Thank you for your clarity and prompt response." Clear. One word, like a warm towel wrapping around me. For the first time, the world outside my apartment wasn't defined by obligations I hadn't chosen. I walked to the farmer's market, lingered over peaches, smelled basil, and noticed the kid selling lemonade. I handed him a $5 bill, no receipts, no explanations. I created a new doc, this time just for me. Tabs labeled future, therapy, travel, a chair that didn't hurt my back. I erased other people's names. For the first time, the numbers, the schedules, the plans, they were mine. That evening, around 6 p.m., my phone buzzed again. Another photo from a number I didn't save. Tessa, laughing at a cupcake tower, perfectly framed. I didn't open it. I felt no need to witness the spectacle I had funded but was barred from. Instead, I cooked dinner, music low, windows open to the faint hum of the city. I felt something I hadn't felt in years. Ownership over my time, my energy, my choices. By Sunday, Mom had posted a photo in the group chat. Cupcakes arranged like a tower, captioned, "We can make it work." But the chaos was hers to manage now. I didn't respond. That Monday, my bank sent an alert. An attempted charge from Glowbar, $612. Declined. I smiled without thinking. The system, finally, was working. At night, I watched a dumb movie I'd been meaning to see for months. I ate popcorn, drank tea, and felt the quiet victory in every bite, every frame on the screen. I thought about nothing. For the first time, nothing felt new in my mouth. Around 11 p.m., a message from Tessa. "I need time. No punctuation, no frills." I stared at it for a long moment. Then I typed back, slowly, deliberately. "Me too." It wasn't reconciliation. It wasn't surrender. It was a recognition that for the first time in years, we were both navigating the consequences of our choices. And for me, the simplest, hardest choice had been made. I was no longer invisible. The following week felt like stepping onto a street I'd walked 1,000 times but never truly noticed. The sun hit the windows differently now. The city sounds carried a rhythm that belonged to me. I brewed coffee, sipped it slowly, and let myself linger over the morning paper. No rush, no obligations. I updated my personal doc again. Tabs: future, self-care, travel, therapy, joy. Lines under future: weekend trip to the coast, cooking class, art supply shopping. For the first time, the lists weren't about anyone else. Midday, my phone vibrated. A text from Allie. Tessa asked if you saw the photos. Everyone's talking. Are you okay? I paused. The urge to justify, explain, calm the storm. It rose and fell like a tide. I typed carefully. I'm okay. I'm choosing me. No need for further conversation. No permission needed. By Thursday, small victories emerged. I ordered a new chair for my office that didn't hurt my back. I called my therapist, booked the first session in months. I met a friend for lunch, fully present, not calculating shared expenses or favors. The freedom felt strange, almost dangerous, but exhilarating. Even Tessa's indirect presence lingered. A neighbor mentioned seeing her leave gifts at my parents' house for the backup party. I felt the old tug, the voice in my head saying, "Be helpful, step in, cover it." But I didn't. I let it be someone else's responsibility. That evening, Dad called. "Sarah, I don't understand. Tessa's hurt. Mom's upset. Are you sure about this?" "Yes," I said, calm, firm. "I'm done paying to be invisible. I'm done being the safety net for chaos. I love you, but I need to protect myself now." Silence, then a soft sigh. I guess I understand. Mom texted later. "Can we talk just for 10 minutes?" I considered it, but wrote back, "I'll meet when I feel ready, on my terms." The quiet stretched over the weekend. No frantic emails, no late night calls, no super helpful directives. Just me. I took a long walk, bought flowers for my apartment, and watched the sunset from my balcony. The colors spilled across the sky like a promise, a life that was mine to shape. By Monday, the family chat had calmed. Tessa posted a filtered photo from the party. It was magical. I didn't respond. Instead, I opened my personal doc, added a line under joy: "Learn to love doing nothing for yourself." And I realized something. Boundaries weren't just about saying no. They were about discovering what yes could feel like when it was entirely mine. The shift was subtle. People noticed. Friends commented on my lighter tone, my presence no longer overshadowed by obligations. I felt it too, in my chest, in the way my hands moved freely around my kitchen, in the way I smiled without accounting for anyone else's expectations. For the first time, I felt the quiet power of claiming my space. And though the family storm still lingered, though whispers of hurt and confusion trailed behind me, I knew one thing. I would never again lose myself to someone else's chaos. The new normal was quiet, yes, but it was mine. And for Sarah Evans, that was everything. Weeks passed. The buzz of Tessa's VIP-only world faded into background noise. My mornings were slow, deliberate, tea in hand, soft music, the occasional glance out the window to watch the city breathe. I had learned to savor these quiet moments like they were treasure. Mom called one afternoon. "Sarah, I think I get it now," she said. Her voice was softer, less insistent. "You can't keep covering everything. I see that." "Thank you," I replied. No anger, no defensiveness, just acknowledgement. I had to do this for me. Dad stopped by the following weekend. He didn't bring judgment, just a quiet smile and a bag of groceries. "You look lighter," he said. I laughed softly. "I feel lighter." The family slowly began to adjust. Tessa, though still frustrated, stopped texting demanding updates. She sent a photo from her office one morning, a cupcake on her desk. Caption: "Thought of you. Hope you're doing well." I didn't reply immediately. I paused, then typed, "Thank you, I am." No explanations, no strings, just truth. Meanwhile, life outside the family drama flourished. I signed up for a weekend pottery class. I traveled to the coast alone, letting the wind whip through my hair without needing anyone's permission. I reconnected with friends without weighing obligations, without silently footing their bills. The internal shift was profound. I realized that my worth had never been tied to being the invisible safety net. My value wasn't measured in who I helped or how much money I covered. My life, my choices, my boundaries, they were the truest expression of me. One evening, sitting on my balcony with a cup of tea, I reflected on the past months. The chaos, the demands, the family expectations, they had shaped me, yes, but they no longer defined me. For the first time, I was free to live without fear of judgment, without the weight of invisible debts, emotional or financial. A message pinged on my phone from Allie. You should see Tessa. She's planning a small gathering. She said she wants you there. I smiled, not out of obligation, not out of guilt, but because I was ready, on my terms. I typed back simply, I'll come, looking forward to it. And for the first time, I realized boundaries don't push people away. They invite them to meet you where you truly are. I leaned back, watching the city lights flicker on, one by one, the hum of life below, soft and steady. I felt something I hadn't felt in years. Peace. Sarah Evans, 31, had learned to say no, to stand firm, to reclaim her life. And in doing so, she discovered the quiet, unshakable strength that had been inside her all along. The chaos would return someday. Life had a way of testing you. But now I knew I was ready. For the first time, fully, completely, I was living for me.